I mean, I don't know what Disney is thinking, and I don't know what Hollywood is going through right now internally to make them think that the decisions they are making are good. But I hope they get their shit together because, you know, I I am such an Indiana Jones fan, like most of you probably are. And, I don't know, man. I feel like Indiana Jones 5 is gonna just be shit, and it's unfortunate because, I want to watch it. I do. I mean, I'm a big fan of Indy. I love Temple of Doom, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Last Crusade. I'll even give Kingdom of the Crystal Skull like credit because they were able to bring him back, and he had a son. Shia LaBeouf did all right. They brought back what's her name, the girl from Raiders of the Lost Ark. Love interest and everything. So it was a very good attempt to bring back the character, but we all know that it wasn't that good, and no one liked that last film. So the fact that they're doing another one, it's just like, come on, man. Like, you already know we all didn't like the last one, so why would you make another one when, like I said, they're already making these bad decisions over at Disney, and it's just like, you're gonna just destroy a character that you don't have to make a movie about. You could just end Indy. No more Indy. Let's make a brand new character. We can make her anything from the LGBT community. We can make her her own type of archaeologist who likes treasure hunting. She won't be Laura Croft because we're not gonna redo Laura Croft. She's not. I'm sorry, I'm holding this banana. We can make a brand new, fresh character that everyone can enjoy, or that at least if you don't enjoy it, it's still a fresh take. You know what I mean? And with everything going around right now, revolving around Indiana Jones 5, everything from Kathleen Kennedy still helping with producing it.
I hate snakes, Chuck! I hate them!
The fact that Steven Spielberg isn't attached to it, the fact that that some female was added to the cast, so she might be put in Indy in his place, and the fact that he's like pushing 80 years old. He's not the spring chicken he once was, so there's no way he's gonna be able to do stuff like he used to. So the Indy that we will see will not be the Indy that we are used to seeing and that we probably want to see. So it's not that it might not be a good story. It's not even that it might not be well directed or have good effects, but it just could be bad because that's not who we want to see. We don't want to see a frail Indiana Jones. We want to see a young, fucking ready to take on whatever's coming at him Indiana Jones, but that's not who Harrison Ford is anymore. And if you're going to try to recast Indiana Jones, you need to make sure that you recast him as someone that's not going to, like, I don't know, ruin the franchise. But again, I don't think it should be recasted. I think we should just create a new character, whether it's a man or a woman or in between, and literally make them a new archaeologist, a new, professor of some sort that would be the new, not Indiana Jones, but a new character that would resemble, a past character, i.e. Indiana Jones. So, today I saw that he injured his arm.
I'm getting too old for this shit.
I'm too old for this shit.
Or his shoulder. So that already shows me that, he's getting injured. And the movie barely started filming. They barely started filming. This shit's been delayed for so long, and they barely are filming now. So it's like, if you're barely filming now and he's already getting injured, that's not a very good sign. And then they had their stunt double wearing a Harrison Ford mask. So like prosthetic mask, and it's like, all right, well, obviously all the stunts aren't going to be done by him. It's going to be like those old school 80s, 70s through 80s horror action movies where, you see the girl be thrown and then all of a sudden it's a rag doll being thrown, or a guy's like having a fight and then all of a sudden when he goes to do a kick, you notice that he's a little slimmer and he looks a little buffer than he did a second ago, but he did the kick or he did the jump, so you don't really think too much on it because the scene's over. But yeah, I don't know. I'm really nervous about how this movie will come out, and for all us Indiana Jones fans and all of us Disney fans who just want new, fresh stuff, and we're tired of the remakes and we're tired of the reboots. I really hope that if this movie comes out and it's bad, I really hope that this shows them that they need to stop. You know, I mean, I'll also include right now, for the end of this video, you know, the director James Mangold from Disney went back and forth with some dude on Twitter because the dude was calling out everything I just said and everything that a lot of us are feeling, and he was just, you know, calling out this movie for possibly not being very good and not being a good idea. And the actual director of the movie, James Mangold, or director at Disney, went back and forth with this guy. And it's just so sad because it's like, you know what? If this movie fucking sucks, we can all say I told you so, and we have proof to show you we told you so. So this was what I was talking about with the director James Mangold of Disney throwing his little temper tantrum over Twitter. But it was pretty ridiculous. So this was a week ago or so, on the 14th. But this shit was crazy, you know. This guy Matthew Keedish, all he did was point out simple facts, like I was stating here. You know, Steven Spielberg's directing, Steven Spielberg isn't directing, Kathleen Kennedy's producing, Harrison Ford is 80. You know, it's probably not going to be good. And this guy literally messages him back for the world to see, saying, hey man, thanks for making a better place and for shitting on things that you don't know about. You know, of course, the guys are going back and forth now. It was just so ridiculous. You know, they're just saying, hey, we're just normal nerds having a good time reviewing things that we love, and this guy's just like, you know, pandering to, I don't know whoever I guess he feels like knows that Indiana Jones 5 is going to be great, because he just goes back and forth. And I love this black dude in the corner, because that's how I felt, like, what the fuck. But, you know, he's acting like this movie's going to be great and that we shouldn't be talking shit. But it's just so funny, you know, that he actually went out of his way to go back and forth with this gentleman. So, you know, that's why I say I don't know what's going on in Hollywood, but this is just pathetic if you're going to literally go back and forth with some random guy on Twitter just because he said that, you know, your future project might not be good. But I'll put the link in the description so you can check it out. But most of it's all here. It's just ridiculous. It gets better and better. But like I said, it's still pretty bad. So honestly, I don't think this movie is going to be good. You know, I have no high hopes whatsoever. And to be fair, like Gina Carano said, like her picture here is like, what the fuck? Like, you know, look at him. He's old. He's definitely frail. You know, everyone's thinking that it's going to be great. They're all like, well, yeah, you know, Indiana Jones 5, is everybody ready? And it's like, no, you know, we're not fucking ready. And none of us want this. You know, from the stuntman to him getting injured. Come on, people, just leave Indy alone and let's just make a fresh character. But, you know, y'all have a great day, and, you know, fingers crossed.